Hi scholars, your group has been selected to make bookmarks for Market Day. To make these, you're going to need scrapbook paper, scissors, yarn, buttons, gemstones, a paper slicer, super glue, and gloves to wear so the super glue doesn't get on your skin, and a hole puncher. Here are some examples of what the bookmarks could look like. You don't have to follow this format. So in this one, they didn't put like in one of them, they put like a loop. And in this one, they didn't. They just tied it and let it sit like that. So that's something your group members can decide. So scrapbook paper, this is the one I'm going to be using for my example, but really you can use one color scrapbook paper. You can use sport scrapbook paper, chevron design, polka dot, swirls, I mean, you know, whatever. Scissors, and then yarn. I'm going to be using this one, but really you can use any color that you want. Buttons and gemstones. The only reason I'm suggesting it is because it adds a little, you know, spark to the bookmark. So for my example, I'm going to be using a button, but you know, gemstones work just as well. A professional paper slicer, I can't seem to find mine, but I will have it for Market Day when you make your project. It just really cuts the paper in a neat straight line, whereas scissors, scissors will, you know, if you are off in your cutting, that will ruin it. And then a hole puncher for the ribbon or the yarn to go through. So let's get started. So you and your group members want to plan, you know, how wide do you want your bookmark? So you can get a ruler. You might want to add that to your list then, a ruler, and decide, you know, like, oh, we want it 3 inches or 2 inches or whatever. This is about 2 inches, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 or 7 inches. So again, you know, something to just discuss with your group members. And then I'm just using a pencil because I don't have my paper slicer. But what's nice about the paper slicer is it will cut it in a straight line for you, and you can get you can get multiple cut. And so I'm just going to use scissors for now, but definitely invest in the paper slicer for your business. Okay, so there's that. There's my bookmark. And then, so that could be an assembly line. Someone's job is to, you know, cut the bookmark. And then the next step is to punch the hole. Okay. Then the next step, I'm using these this pastel multiple colors because it'll, you know, contrast really well with this design. It's really hard to see. Let me... Okay. I'm just gonna cut about this much. Usually I get the length of the bookmark. And then definitely use like cardstock paper for this. Don't use regular paper. It'll bend and fold and won't be a really pretty bookmark. And then just cut that, and see I've got my peach and my yellow matching with this. And then the last step, and then, you know, you need to talk with your group members, you know, whose job in the assembly line will it be? And then just put some tacky glue, and then just put your button or your gemstone on there, and then there you have it. You have a cute little bookmark. And this one fell off. So definitely get some better glue than Elmer's glue. But just right there. And there are some designs for some bookmarks. So in your assembly line, you need to decide who's going to cut, who's going to punch the hole, and who's going to put the ribbon. And then, you know, in the end, all of you can say, okay, everybody take 1/3 of each for the bookmarks, and, you know, just put a gemstone or a button on there. So that can be decided. And that's it.